Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. I'm Brendan Lee with theBrendanLee.com. This video today is sponsored by gravity, because without it, how the fuck are we going to stand up? In this video, I want to talk to you about contemplating in different environments. This question came to me from my forum. Somebody was asking about contemplating in different environments. Would it be more effective to contemplate, and I'm paraphrasing, would it be more effective to contemplate in one environment or another environment in essence? And my first inclination to tell you, we tend to cut straight to the heart of the matter, is do it. If you want to know about contemplating in different environments, go ahead and contemplate in different environments. Do it. Tell me about it. Go figure it out for yourself. This is a huge part of the spirit of some of the work that I do. It's like, hey, go fucking do it. See. Try contemplating in this environment. Try contemplating in that environment. Try contemplating in the midst of distraction, because that was part of the question. Like, is it more effective to contemplate one way or another? Now, do it. First and foremost, go do it. Just talking about it doesn't really do anything. Thinking about it doesn't do anything either, unfortunately. I wish it did, because I'd get a lot more done. All right? So now, that aside, go fucking do it. Find it out. Tell me. Drop a comment. Send me an email. Whatever. Now, some things I can say about contemplation to perhaps help further the action. Okay? So, different environments. One thing to consider about contemplation is I'm hearing in the question, and perhaps in also what I think other people have going on for themselves when they're considering contemplation, is there is a trap where contemplation, it seems to me that people fall into contemplation as like that becomes the primary focus, is something that they call contemplation and or generating a sense of not knowing. Okay? Now, contemplation is ridiculously simple. It is become conscious. That's what contemplation is. It's get conscious. Now, the goal is not to sit and contemplate. The goal is not to spend time contemplating or doing some activity that we would say, oh, that's consistent with contemplation. Maybe I sit down and get really calm and get really present and get really focused, and then I do this thing on a cushion or in a room or whatever, and I am now contemplating. Okay, that might be good. Maybe I can enter into contemplation. But that's not the goal. The goal is not to contemplate. The goal is to get conscious. That's the goal. So I don't care if you're eating a cheeseburger, masturbating, having sex with your husband or wife, driving a car, taking a shit, or if you're having some sort of state of mind, or if you're having some amazing hallucinations, or if you're having some kundalini go up your spine, or whatever else you could have happen, or if you're like in the middle of a fist fight. It's just, are you conscious or not? That's the thing with this kind of work, this consciousness work business, is did you get conscious? What are you conscious of? Did you grasp your true nature or not? Did you grasp the nature of something relative or not? See? Now, it just so happens that you can grasp things at any time. There's no rules about when you can grasp things or when you can have an insight, because it just seems to be the way it is. So then you might get into some conclusion about, well, I need to contemplate, and yes, maybe, and I'm not saying this about the person who wrote me the question, but just perhaps other people have this going on. Oh, okay, they get attached to the cushion. Oh, I want to sit on a particular cushion, or oh, my environment needs to be a particular way, or everything needs to be quiet, and then I can contemplate, and then only after I contemplate for whatever 10 days, then I can have a breakthrough. No, it doesn't work that way. And if as far as I can tell, if somebody's mind is framed up in like, okay, I need to do this step, then this step, then this step, and then wait, and then squeeze my ass cheeks together or whatever, and then spin around 5 times, and then I'll have a breakthrough. The commitment to that process is different than the commitment to just grasping what's true now. Okay? So now it just so happens that if I intend to grasp what's true now, and I want to know, and I'm open, now I'm contemplating, and I could get conscious now, or in the next moment, I do it again. I try to get conscious now, and then I try to get conscious now, and I try to get conscious now, and maybe it's not happening, so then something starts to stack up over time, and that something we would say, oh, there's a bunch of contemplation happening. Like, okay, maybe I spend an hour on it, and I got nothing, but every moment I am intending now to get conscious, intending now to get conscious, intending now to get conscious. I want to know now, I want to know now, I want to know now, and you see how it stacks up. And then to our vision, we go, oh, they're contemplating. And it just may take a while. It doesn't have to, but it might. And then what am I doing for a while? Well, you'll see me contemplating for a while. I want to know. I want to know now. And on it goes. So then somebody might go, oh, I need to contemplate, which means I need to sit down for a while and do that thing. No, you don't. You just need to get conscious. That's all. Okay? So don't fall into the trap of thinking that you need to enter some process for an extended period of time and then only after which you get conscious. No, right away. Get conscious now. All right? So don't fall into that trap. I mean, you likely will, but just perhaps be aware that that's a possibility, and then don't worry about it. Don't focus on that. Focus on getting conscious, and then stuff will come up. Okay? Now, another part of the question, it sounds to me, it's like asking, well, what's the most effective environment to contemplate in? Could I contemplate in a distracting environment? Speaking to that, yes, you could contemplate in a distracting environment. However, I have tried this out. It is challenging to do. Now, the challenge comes from, as far as I can tell, and again, you do your own damn research on the matter. I'm just going to say some stuff for entertainment purposes and maybe to stimulate something in you, but if you really want to get more real value out of this video, you need to put your ass on the line. You need to go try these things out, because I can't make you do that. Nor do I want to make you do that. Okay? But now about distracting environments, what I've discovered, what it seems to me to be the case, is you as a person, you've got stuff going on. And that's an understatement. That's actually a massive understatement, but you can figure that out for yourself later. The stuff that you have going on that runs you in a social environment, as far as I can tell, people don't think that's very powerful, and I would beg to differ. That is extremely powerful. So the drives, the impulses, the triggers, whatever you have going on inside of you, inside of your experience, in social, in relationship to others, is much, much stronger than you are. Okay? If there is a fight between that power that drives you to be a particular way in a social environment, if it was going to be you, whatever we're calling you in this case, but you, the person, the one where you think you have power and control and willpower and all that stuff, where you are, like the you maybe inside your head, you know, hey, me? Yeah, you, that one, that particular character, where you think you have power. In relationship to social, you are nothing. That's just me. Okay? You don't, for example, you're interested in being intimate with someone, man or woman. You just going to go up to them and act stupid? Go ahead, I dare you. Are you going to go up to somebody and enter into a socially awkward conversation? Go ahead. Are you going to go into, like Peter has in Transcending Self e-course, are you going to go into a restaurant and act like a monkey? No, go ahead. Why not? Why not? Are you going to go walk naked down the street? Now, some people walk naked down the street. Most people don't. But the people that walk naked down the street, they have something else going on in relationship to social. And it's just as strong there, I would wager. See? So, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. It's incredibly powerful stuff. So now, given that there seems to be this force acting on your person, the likelihood that you're going to be contemplating in a socially distracting environment is probably piss poor. Could you do it? Yes. Would I recommend doing it? Sure, yeah, just to see if you can. And also to break you out of the thing where, on the flip side of that, sometimes people think, okay, the only place I can contemplate is if the environment is completely sterile and completely calm and there's no distractions, and then I can sit down and finally focus. Okay, good. You can focus, you can stay on purpose. But in a distracting environment, that is likely to be really hard to do. However, there's nothing stopping you from going to do that. So, hey, go ahead again. Try it out. Let me know how it goes. Okay? Now, in terms of effectiveness, well, actually, before I go towards that, another aspect is there's a reason why here, when we do contemplation intensives, that the environment is really sterile. Because when people enter contemplation for a long period of time, they get really sensitive and they'll get distracted. And I mean, no shit, they will read things like if there's a Febreze bottle in the bathroom, they will be reading the Febreze bottle instead of contemplating. But then again, that is a very intensive environment. But when people are put into that kind of pressure cooker, which we do in a contemplation intensive, shameless plug, then their mind wants to get out of that because we want to be distracted. We do not want to focus on the present moment so much all day, every day with nothing else going on. This is really hard to do for a mind in this day and age, in this culture. Perhaps other minds are better at it, but I don't know about that. See, but they want to get out. So things like texts are hidden. Shirts are not allowed to be, no text and no distracting clothes or colors. Smells, we dampen that down. Why? Because it's a super intense environment and people's minds get really distracted really easily. Okay, it's get real sensitive. See? So there is that to consider, but then again, that's an intensive environment, but that can also help say something about contemplation. Okay? Now about effectiveness of contemplation, the only thing that needs to happen in terms of being effective is you get conscious again. So sometimes people, as far as I can tell, they want to map out, well, what works better? You see, you want to optimize, right? Or you want to make it efficient. You want to make things more effective. I understand that, completely understand that. Unfortunately, contemplation doesn't really fit into this mold in a certain sense, as far as I can tell. The only thing that makes it effective is if you get conscious. Now, some other things do seem to help, like your ability to stay focused. Your ability to control your mind and stay on track. Your intent, you really want to know. And you open up. Like you want to know now, in present time. And you also open up to whatever the truth could be. You don't know what the truth could be. You could be a rutabaga. The answer as if, not an intellectual answer, but the direct consciousness on the matter could be a rutabaga. You don't know. You got to be open. You see, so your ability to stay on purpose seems to make a difference in terms of the power and effectiveness and also the length of time it takes you before you get conscious. And again, it's also useful to remember it doesn't need to take any time, and your goal is to get conscious now. It just so happens that may stretch out in time. But those factors, what I just mentioned, seem to make a difference in terms of the power and effectiveness of your contemplation. And at the same time, it doesn't need to take any time. So there's kind of a little bit of a paradox there. Okay, so that's a little bit I have for you on contemplation and contemplating in different environments. Ultimately, it's up to you what you do. And if you want to find these things out for yourself in an experiential way, I would invite you to do lots of contemplation. But again, that's on you, and it's not my problem. It's for you to figure out. And hey, let me know what you discover. I'm open to that. Okay? So thank you very much for watching. I'm Brendan Lee with theBrendanLee.com in support of Consciousness and Skill Worldwide, which is founded by Peter Rawlinson. Please check the links in my description. In the description of this video, sign up for a free course, come to a workshop that kick ass, or hire me to be your coach or work with you online in a video format setting. Blah, blah, blah. Check the links. Love you. Take care. Till next time. And have a great time contemplating. And remember, be honest. Because honesty has something to do with the truth. Ciao.